So, Butts, you've agreed a new deal with a football club. Just how pleased are you with that?
I'm delighted. Yeah, it's been a lot of hard work through the summer months during lockdown to actually get trial at the club. And then once I've been here, I've loved every minute of it. I think people can see you actually play with a smile on your face, and that's half the battle when you got a smile on your face and you enjoy being around people and staff and the club. It makes the job easier. And like I say, credit to every single player and staff member and everyone at the Doncaster Rovers for making it feel like I've never been away. It's a brilliant feeling. Like I say, I live 5 minutes from the training ground, and every single player there I class as a friend. So it's great to be back.
Yeah, you mentioned, I think, in the summer when you first rejoined the club that it felt like home. How pleased are you to have secured your future after working so hard for the past 6 months or so?
Yeah, I'm delighted. It ties in with everything I'm trying to do with the Bells work, helping Lauren out with the club Doncaster and the Fit Rovers and Fit Rovers ladies courses. It helps with everything that I'm trying to do and everything that Doncaster are trying to do as well. So I'm really pleased with it. Like I say, it has been hard work and it's been a long time, but I've played these last few games and hopefully showed that I can still do it to a decent level. I mean, by far. The finished article, yeah, but I still think I can improve and still think I can get better at little bits and bobs. But again, that's coming from playing with the players around me who I enjoy playing with.
Obviously, it was a bit of a frustrating start to the season for you personally, not getting as much game time as you would have liked. But in particular, from that Northampton game onwards, you've really impressed, haven't you, in the games you've played? That must have been really good for you.
Yeah, like I said against Northampton, you couldn't take a smile off my face once I played the game. I know, obviously, the red card came in and I rolled around a few times, but again, you got to look after yourself. And yeah, I haven't stopped smiling since those games, and it was more of a relief for myself to prove to myself that I could actually play football. I had a tough time last season, and obviously, the season didn't finish. But personally, I had a tough time in League Two, and then you start doubting yourself whether you can actually play football. And I could have easily dropped down into lower level footballs, but then probably disappear. Where I chanced my arm, and thankfully Doncaster Rovers offered me a trial, and during the trial, I think it went really well. And like I say, it's gone from there. It was obviously frustrating for myself to not play early on in the season, but again, the players I've got in the centre half, Joe, Tom, Cameron, all did really well when they were there. So I'm old enough now to realise that you've got to take your chance when it comes, and hopefully that's what I did against Northampton in the following games. I can look back and tell myself I prepared myself right up until those games, and then once my chance was there, take it.
Does it show just how fit you were keeping yourself and how ready you had to be as well to take that chance once it came?
Yeah, you have to keep yourself fit, and that's down to work with Rob, Civi, everyone at the training ground, chats, giving you programs to do. Because it's not just about what I do individually, it's about what the club do for the players that aren't playing. I mean, there's players that haven't played and come into the team and done really well. So it's a credit to the staff and everyone in Doncaster Rovers to actually get the players ready to be there just in case the opportunity does come.
Important as well that you were able to play back-to-back games, if you know what I mean. The manager could rely on you at 37 to play Saturday, Tuesday.
Well, yeah, games have never been a big issue playing for me. I hardly miss a training session, and I love playing games. You look at Cops, for example, he could play week in, week out. He really could. The fitness levels he's got is brilliant. And that's what you try and do as an older player. You do try and, well, I see it in competition. I see I want to be the fittest one at the club. And I try to pass that on to the younger players that what I've got to do. And so does Cops. They're both, if you look at pre-season, you look at the older players, they're probably at the front of the group because they realise how much it is and how much it means to them, and how much you can pass on to the younger players. Like, go on, I'm 37, beat me. Don't let a 37-year-old beat you. Cops is 40 this month. Don't let him beat you at 4 years old. And that's the mentality you want to bring at the club and the character you want to bring. Be the best you can be. And I say Cops is a huge role model for everyone at the club.
It's obviously a bit of a younger group than the one that was here when you were last here, but How much have you enjoyed that as well, being able to work with the younger players, as you say there, giving them that motivation to not only beat you, but to go out and beat the opposition that they're facing at a weekend?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Just the younger players come in and they have their own style and their own attitudes, but essentially they have to buy into what the club's kind of do with the gaffer and Civvy, Adam Henshaw, all bringing in the right characters, and I believe we have. I believe we've brought some really good characters into the squad. Even now we've signed Elliot from Barnsley, and he's just fit in seamlessly. Just the gaffer wants him to play this way, and that's what he's going to do. There's no qualms, no issues. Straight into it. Lads are brilliant. They're so welcoming when you come into a group. I mean, if you ask every loan player that's come in, that they just fit in. Honestly, there's no us and them. It's literally a group of players that want to work and pull in the right direction.
You obviously had the time in charge of the team as well a couple of months back. How did you find that in terms of your own development as a coach as well?
It was a big learning curve, to be fair. I really enjoyed it, along with Nick Buxton. I really enjoyed it. The Bells work really helped us take on, because it was a bit daunting at first. You stood in front of a big group of players who you were part of, but never actually played for them. A few players knew, obviously, who had been there before, but there's a big group of players thinking this guy here been sat on bench for the whole season, and then he's trying to tell them what to do. So it was a bit daunting, but then you realise what a good group of players again you've got, and it goes back to the characters again. But yeah, personally, I learned a lot from it. I really enjoyed it. Just taking the players and putting sessions on, and seeing them work hard. Because we played obviously FC United and Wolves, and no game on the following Saturday, so we were just getting a lot of fitness work into him, high tempo stuff, a lot of ball transitional work. So it was good, like, just to see if your sessions worked in a professional environment. And I'd like to think the players enjoyed it. I did the post and pre-match analysis along with Adam and helping the gaffer and Civvy, and took it from there. Really, I really enjoyed it. Like I say, that just a chance to manage your hometown team is incredible. And like you say, now I can say I've been a player, I've been a captain, and been a manager of my hometown. I think it's incredible. I could never thought it'd ever happen. A kid from Borby Carr being told to stop playing football when he was 16 because he looked more like a rugby player. Then to go on to do that, I think it's an achievement.
Was it a big thing for you as well, showing the people at the top of the club that you can be trusted if something like that was to happen again? They'd have no qualms now in putting you forward and allowing you to take charge of the team.
Yeah, I think it's massive trust. And again, with the gaffer and Civvy, you thank them for giving you a chance to give you a range of training. They spoke obviously about what we need, but the sessions essentially were what I put on. And like I said, they told us what they wanted out of the sessions, but I put that on. But anyway, thanks to the club and thanks to the gaffer and obviously Civvy for trusting me with the squad, because it is a big part. I know when I missed a Bells game, you constantly worry about your team, whether they're doing the right things, but you have to have the right people around you, and hope the gaffer sees me as the right person in the squad. And obviously they have done now with offering a contract.
Does it work well for you as well, having Darren there to lean on if you need any help with your managing, your coaching and sort of things like that? If you need any advice, there are so many different people there that you can ask.
No, it's brilliant. We went to Northampton away before I met my first start of the season, and the gaffer wanted me to give a presentation of what I presented to the players after the Wolves and the FC United game, just to see if I was on the same page as him in thinking of terms of on the ball, off the ball, and where the players should be. And we sat in a big room for an hour going through clips that I pulled up, and Alex did analysis, had clipped for me, and I spoke through him. Yeah, so it was good on that. So showing that I'm learning still, and obviously if I put things on the screen and the gaffer would say, "What about this?" and I'd go, "Well, yeah, you can do that as well." And again, it's it is good. It's a bit of give and take, because obviously people see different games of football and people want different things from players. But like, essentially, it's the gaffer's way, and then I'm learning from him now and taking bits. I've said it along. I've taken bits from managers that I think have been good for me, and not use the bits that other managers have not been so good for me.
In terms of the Bells, of course, after a good start to your time in charge, it's been a little bit stop-start this season with lockdowns and stuff, not really helping you to get that run of games this season. How have you gone about keeping the players ticking over and things. That's something else you've got to think about, isn't it now?
Yeah, it has been difficult. Obviously with the lockdowns and stop-starting of the season. But the players have all kept their fitness levels reasonably good. Luke, the physio, put sessions on for them, and if the girls ask for any individual footballing sessions, which we think we can improve, and we pass them on over email or WhatsApp. We try and pass them as much information. I try and give as much information as the first team get from the gaffer. I try and replicate that so they can actually see we are trying to do it professionally, and it's been a pretty good season so far. I still believe we can get a lot better, even though we're second in the league. I still think we can get a lot better and push standards a bit better than they have been. Last game, obviously disappointed. We 1-1 draw against Leafield. That's no disservice to Leafield. They played really well that game. But if we want to get anywhere in this division, I think we need to beat teams like that.
Of course, just into a brand new year, what does a good 2021 look like for Andy Butler, the player and the manager?
Playing wise, just continue and keep enjoying it, keep smiling. I think it's massive. I say it a lot of time. There's no point in playing football if you don't enjoy it. I've got the right people around me now, and everyone, like I say, they've got friends and family around you that you can lean on. It's important. So just continue. Hopefully, get better as well. I still want to get better. I'm 37. I don't want to get any worse. So keep improving and keep learning from the gaffer. And Sivia, just keep learning what they do, taking on bits of information. Manager-wise, again, I want to keep improving Doncaster Bells as much as I can possibly do. The players, like I say, have been incredible for Nick and myself to have a group of players that are so dedicated to come, because it is a tough time, because you train at 8 o'clock at night until, well, we say 9:15, but we don't finish till 10 o'clock sometimes because me and Nick talk too much. But yeah, managing wise, I want to keep pushing the Bells further and further onwards and just keep learning and keep improving. You never stop learning in any job you do. You never stop learning. You're watching all your Netflix series with the Tottenham and the Man Cities and in the leagues, and you watch them and you think, wow, I could take bits of that, and that's how you management. So again, I'm constantly learning, constantly looking at things and trying to improve myself, not only as a player but as a manager and a coach.